come here today to let y'all know, we run our House of Restoration Transitional Housing for Women. Well, God has been speaking to us for a little while now, and it finally got confirmed, and now we are going to take one of the houses that was for the women, and it's going to be our House of Restoration for men and women. In saying that, when I say God orchestrated all of this, when he opens a door, he just opens it. There's no question. He closes other doors, don't get me wrong. But when he opens doors, he opens them. And 3 or 4 people had called me in the same day saying, hey, have you thought about opening a men's house? So I called my honey, and he was on his walkabout. That's what he calls it every morning when he goes up and down the driveway and prays for about 30 minutes to an hour. I don't know how long. And I called him, and I said, hey, what are you doing? He told me he was on his walkabout. And I said, well, I need you to pray about this. And he goes, well, I already have. And he said, the Lord spoke to me about a month ago. I said, okay. He goes, but we won't get it confirmed until I hear from Henry Sneed. I said, okay. But this is his story, so I'll let him tell it, and then I'll introduce Henry Sneed to you.
Glory. Y'all be careful when you pray about something. God answers, but he don't answer our way. He just, it wasn't nothing like we expected it's going to happen. So he's just so much wiser than we are. But he did make a way. Then we was praying about this thing, talking about it, and I said, well, the Lord said, well, when you hear from Henry Sneed, then if we hear from Henry Sneed, it'll be all right. That's the way it's going to go. And, of course, my wife in her impatience, she called Henry. Yeah, I had to. Anyway, we heard from Henry. And looks like it's a go. So now y'all can hear from Henry.
Good morning, y'all. So for me, 9 years ago, I got to meet an amazing woman of God. I went through Ms. Kim's program in the jail. And I think it was the first time I'd ever believed that I could do something different with my life. At that point, I was convinced that I would die in prison or in the street, and that's all I wanted. But through her love and her determination not to give up on me, I started believing that there was something better inside of me. 6 years ago, I walked into the doors of Faith Church, and I heard Pastor say, welcome to your faith family. And I've never felt, I grew up a Southern Baptist. I tell people now I'm a Pentabaptist. I've never felt so loved and so welcome at a place. So when the subject was broached by Ms. Kim, there was a lot of praying. That's a nerve-wracking thing, But I can think of no better way to extend the love and the support that I have been given, and no better way to show the love of Christ to someone else than, to say yes. So it's still praying, it's still nerve-wracking, but, it's an opportunity to show somebody else who thinks they don't have a way and they don't have a choice, a better way.
So to say that, we want your support and we want your love. We need all that we can get from you. We're going to open it August the 24th is when it will be open. If any of you ladies or men have any masculine or manly decor, because we're going to have to change the decor. So if any of you have any that you don't use anymore, or ladies, if you're thinking about what you threw out in the garage a long time ago, we're looking for some manly decor. I think Henry said he already had some bedding so I don't think we need bedding, right? Okay, we got plenty of bedding, but just things like that decor to make it more of a manly man kind of thing. And we're going to work on a few things at that house. But I just thank you, church, for everything that you're doing. And this is going to take a lot of work, believe it or not. We've already got, 2 people wanting to come in. So I didn't know how we were going to do it or where we were going to get people from, but we've already got 2 men that want to come in. But I thank you, church, for all your support that you've given us through the years. This is our 7-year jubilee. This is our 7-year jubilee. So I thank you. And Henry, thank you for answering the call. And if any of you guys out there, Jake, George, would like to help, you're more than welcome.
Let's give them a hand clap of applause.